What if her silence isn't what it seems? You've stopped trying to reach out, pulled back, and gone quiet. But she hasn't reached out either. So what's really going on? Is she moving on, or is there something much more serious going on in her mind? Every moment of your silence is making her question everything, from her feelings to your relationship. That's not all. Quiet makes her wonder what you're really thinking because it leaves room for doubt. Here's the catch. If you stop texting her, you might be giving her the chance to think, grow, and figure out what to do next. Silence isn't a void. It's a powerful space that changes everything. Stay with me, as the thoughts occurring in her mind at this moment have the potential to drastically alter your perspective. What do you think about this? You'll know why your quiet is the best move in this game by the end. Please like, share, and comment below. Let's talk about how this silence is changing your relationship. Section 1. No touch. Why? Why do women copy your silence? When you stop calling and texting, it's not just a break in contact, it's a change in the dynamic. Failure to maintain patterns sends shockwaves through relationships. Modern women know about no-contact strategies. They've seen them work, heard about them, and even done them themselves. That's why, when you pull away, her first instinct is not to panic, but to mimic your silence. It's not a lack of concern, but her desire to maintain control over the situation. What she's really doing is testing you to see if your silence is real or just a strategy. By mirroring your silence, she wants to know if he's really pulling away, or if this is just a short-term move. She's trying to trick you, but here's where the real power lies. While she's matching your energy on the outside, her mind is doing something totally different. She's running through a million different thoughts. As the hours turn into days, those questions don't go away. They get louder. Why did he stop texting? Was there something I said that caused him to lose interest? The truth is that when she mimics your silence, it's not out of indifference, but out of defense. She's trying to keep herself from being vulnerable, but by doing that, she's stepping right into your frame. The longer you stand firm, the more her doubts, questions, and feelings grow. Silence isn't just a plan. It's a way to change the situation and make her feel your absence. Part 2. The overthinking of women. How women think too much during no contact. For women, the silence during no contact isn't empty. It's full of questions, worries, and feelings. It's not just silence in her mind when you stop texting. Her mind is filled with a million thoughts, each going faster than the last. At first, she might be sure of herself. I can handle this, she tells herself. But as the hours go by, her confidence starts to waver. What is he doing? Why hasn't he reached out? Is he losing interest? These aren't just random questions. They're annoying. They creep into her mind during quiet times and get louder every day. Here's why this happens. Breaking a woman's connection leaves a void in her emotional processing. Because the mind hates voids, it fills them with overthinking assumptions and made-up situations. She thinks about what you said last time and wonders if she said something wrong or if there's someone else in the picture. The longer the silence, the worse this overthinking gets. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up speed and weight as it goes. You hold all the power, even as she remains trapped in this mental maze. This is why most men say patience is key. A lot of people get anxious when she doesn't contact them because they think it's not working, but her silence doesn't mean she's moved on. It just means she's thinking about you. Every minute she spends thinking about you is a moment she's emotionally investing in you. Social media. Social media has become the best way to stay in touch without talking to each other directly. If you don't talk, she checks your profiles first. This is because silence piques her curiosity and interest prompts her to act. She's not. She is just scrolling around looking for solutions. Every post, story, and update is a clue. If you're out with friends, she wonders who's in the background. If you post a gym picture, she wonders if you're making progress. If you don't post anything at all, it tends to frustrate her. It has the power to transform everything you post or choose not to post. A small story or picture of you having fun sends a strong message that you're not worried about anything, are confident, and are focused on yourself. But there's a catch. When there's nothing for her to think about on social media, silence makes things even more interesting. Her imagination takes over, and she starts to fill in the blanks with her own thoughts, which usually work in your favor. Social media isn't just a platform, it's a tool that, when used strategically, boosts your worth, confidence, and presence. Even if you don't talk to her directly, it keeps her emotionally connected to you. The effect of lack scarcity is one of the most powerful psychological triggers in relationships. People value what's rare and take for granted what's always there. This applies to both life and relationships. If you're constantly texting, calling, and chasing, your presence becomes predictable. She knows you'll be there, so she doesn't feel the need to reciprocate. But when you pull back, everything changes. Your absence creates scarcity because she no longer has your attention, energy, or time guaranteed. This scarcity makes her want to give you more. Realizing how much she depended on you, she starts to feel the hole you've left behind, the text she used to get, the moments you share, and the connection you build. This isn't about manipulating her. It's about resetting the relationship by making things scarce. You are conveying to her that her attention is valuable, and people are drawn to valuable things. It's not straightforward for women to choose what's meaningful to them. When something becomes scarce, it transforms from being just another choice to becoming the one she can't stop thinking about. And that's where the power lies. Her pride won't let her handle it. Her ego can't handle it. Turning down something today's world constantly reassures women with things like social media likes, messages from admirers, and compliments from strangers. This boosts their confidence, but silence prevents them from receiving this reassurance. At first she might brush it off, telling herself, "It's not a big deal, he'll text me eventually." But as the silence wears on, her ego starts to crack. She's accustomed to men chasing her and competing for her attention, but your silence shifts her expectations and compels her to confront an emotion she struggles to manage. Rejection isn't just a slap in the face, it's also a wake-up call that makes her question her power in the relationship and think again about what she did. Did she push you too far? Did she misjudge your interest? These doubts eat away at her confidence, and all of a sudden, you're the one chasing her instead of her chasing you. She wants to prove that she still has your attention and hasn't lost it completely. This shift and dynamic is where you regain control. The nervous roller coaster. Your silence set off an emotional roller coaster for her. She's going through an emotional journey when you're quiet. You're not just stepping back, you're making room for her feelings to take center stage. Trust me, their calmness doesn't last long. At first, she might feel like she doesn't care. He's probably just busy. I'm fine. But as time goes on, that lack of interest turns into frustration. Why hasn't he texted me yet? Frustration turns into doubt. Did I do something wrong? Is he seeing someone else? This emotional ride doesn't end there. It gets faster as doubt turns into sorrow. She begins to replay every moment you spent together and reflects on each exchange. Did I push him away? Should I have been more responsive? She wants to know what you're doing and why you're so calm. If you've moved on, that curiosity won't go away. It will become a constant loop in her mind. What's important to understand is that women hate emotional instability. They want reassurance and certainty, and your silence takes away both. The longer you stay silent, the longer she stays on this emotional roller coaster, and the more she wants to reach out to you just to get off the ride. Part 7. Why are you going away? When you walk away, you're not just putting some space between you and her, you're changing the game completely. Most men don't want to lose her, so they hold on to the connection, trying to get her approval and attention. But walking away takes confidence, and confidence changes everything. Walking away sends a clear message. That's why I won't settle for anything less than respect and returning the favor. Walking away shows her that you value yourself and aren't desperate for her approval. Women naturally gravitate towards men who value themselves, which makes you stand out to her. Walking away also shows her that you're not afraid to lose her, which makes you the prize, the man she has to work for and the man she doesn't want to lose. Most men are afraid to walk away, so they cling, chase and settle. If you leave, you become one of the few men who knows his worth, which makes you cool. What makes you appealing is how rare you are. Part 8. How letting go. What happens when you let go? The dynamic changes the dynamic. When you let go, you're not just stepping back, you're shifting the energy in the relationship. Most men hold on too tightly because they're afraid of what will happen if they let go. They think they'll lose her for good. But the truth is that letting go is what makes her see your value. When you cease pursuing her, you cease nourishing her ego and providing the familiar reassurance, thereby creating a void. Here's what happens when you let go. She realizes your attention isn't guaranteed. She starts to question whether she took you for granted. She feels the weight of your absence. She starts to crave your presence. It's not about playing games when you let go. It's about showing her that your happiness doesn't depend on hers. It's about putting yourself and your peace of mind first. And when she sees that strength, she has to rethink everything. Letting go is the moment the power dynamic shifts. You're no longer the one seeking, proving her right. In Section 9, when she realizes she's losing you, she is the one searching for you. She realizes she's losing you at some point in every situation. This realization doesn't happen right away. It grows stronger with each successive day of silence. At first, she may not pay attention because she knows he will always return. But as the days turn into weeks, she starts to feel the void of your absence and can't ignore it. This is when she starts to think about the positive times you shared, how you made her feel, and the connection you built with her. These memories don't just make her miss you, they make her regret losing you. When she realizes she's losing you, everything changes. She starts to chase you. Suddenly, she receives a random text message, likes your post, or comments on something you've shared, and as her emotions intensify, it becomes evident that she's making a greater effort. She doesn't just want to reconnect, she needs to. That's why waiting is key. By keeping calm, collected, and sure of yourself, you give her time to understand what she's losing, and when she does, she'll do anything to get you back. Part 10. The change from the shift from indifference to desire. At the start of no contact, she might seem indifferent. She goes about her life, posts on social media, and acts like she's completely unbothered, but this indifference is an illusion. Here's what's really happening. While she might seem calm on the outside, inside she's slowly starting to feel the effects of your silence. At first, your absence feels manageable. She tells herself that she's fine, that she doesn't need you, but as time goes on, that confidence begins to fade. She starts to notice the little things, the texts she used to get, the way you made her laugh, the moments you shared. These memories don't just remind her of you, they highlight the void you've left behind. That's when indifference turns into curiosity. She starts wondering what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're so calm. This curiosity grows into desire, and desire becomes an obsession. She doesn't just want to talk to you, She wants to understand you. She wants to reconnect, to rebuild, and to close the gap your absence has created. This shift from simple indifference to intense desire is the power of no contact. It's not just about staying silent or pulling away. It's about creating an emotional space, a void where her feelings begin to swell and intensify. There is magic in the silence when she has nothing but her thoughts to think about. Seeing how she feels and realizing more and more what she's missing is like planting a seed and watching it grow roots, spread wings, and finally bloom into something much stronger than you could have imagined. The longer you stay firm, the stronger the emotional link gets. And trust me, it's not just getting stronger in her, it's becoming a force she can't fight. The desire is undeniable, and the whole thing becomes magnetic. Being in a place where her feelings can grow into something real and powerful is more important than just playing a game. Are you ready to take charge and discover the full potential of attraction? There is so much more to learn. This video is just the beginning. Don't miss this opportunity. Press the like button. Please share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe, as this journey is just getting started. But wait, there's more. If you become a member today, you'll get access to even more valuable information and benefits that will help you level up in ways you never thought possible. You won't want to miss what's coming next. I assure you, it will be mind-blowing. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.